Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Stitches and Coffee with Jurgita. And today is going to be all about the Needlework Galleria, although I'm filming this almost a month later. But I finally was able to gather up all the stuff that I bought and received for free with exchanges. And there's a lot. This is the biggest Galleria haul that I've ever had since beginning when I started to go there. So for those who first time on my channel and you never heard of a Needlework Galleria, it's in St. Charles, Missouri, in Embassy Suites. There's a hotel that has like a middle area empty, and there's a whole floor is just used with the shops, and there's some classes happening and round robins, so they're on a different floor than that one floor. So you could get like a whole weekend package where you get early perusal of things like a Thursday night, and then you get a full day Friday, full day Saturday there too. But my sister-in-law came from a very north Illinois, or you could say south of Wisconsin, specifically to go with me to this event that I've been going, like I said, practically since the very beginning it started. And we usually get like a 2-day passes that you buy tickets for, because one day is totally not enough. There's several rooms, big rooms and areas where stitchers can sit and stitch, and we usually like bring snacks in there. There's always some kind of like a home show happening also in the convention center there. So I've seen some stitchers go and buy some wine and sauces and tasting it in those stitcher rooms. So it's a lot of getting togethers and chatting and looking what everybody's working on, or if somebody finishes, we all applaud. Plus there is small room of one of the main floors that we bring stuff we don't want, so we put it there, and then you can go and look and take whatever you want with you. So it's kind of like exchanging like magazines or a fabric that you don't want it, or I've had even dropped off like wooden frames, the split ones that I don't like to use but somebody else might. Anyway, there is a huge event. Like I said, one day is totally not enough, and we spend from early morning to closing practically time in there.
Never really know what's going on. Look at me sometimes like all you want to do is run. Hear me out, hear me out.
You notice how they have hands and fingers.
Yes,
So they're
sticking
very
out.
delicate.
So those
Um,
are custom.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And then over here, these heads are from a woman in Australia. So they're a little less custom. She's using a mold that
For some
someone else has produced, and then she's doing the painting and firing. And then the heads down here are done from a woman in the U.S. where
I think I remember.
she's painting and firing it, but they're not custom heads. If you,
May I photograph?
Sure.
Turning all the wrongs into rights. Here we go. You could take me there tonight. Whoa, this life is all we know. Whoa, I can't stay if you can't let it go. I never really know what's going on. And even when you're next to me, I feel like you were gone. It's all the things you never show. There are the things I want to know. Secrets start in your heart so slow. But if you don't wanna tell me now, I guess I'll never know. But if you don't wanna tell me now, I guess I'll never know. I never really know what's going on. Look at me sometimes like all you want to do is run. Hear me out, hear me out. It's all the things you never show. There are the things I want to know. Secrets start in your heart so slow. But if you don't wanna tell me now, I guess I'll never know. Losing almost all my energy. It's getting hard to talk to you, and I'm the only one who speaks. It's all the things you never show.
So once you get a ticket, you get a drawing for like a door prizes, and I won something, and one of them was this bundle of Stitching with the Housewives. They have a floss tube channel too, and all of those different patterns in here was in one bundle. And there's cute little different styles and designs of I don't think I've stitched anything from these before, so it's gonna be interesting to stitch. Like you see, it's a whole collection, so that was one of the prizes that I received. And like I said, I've never had such a big haul, even though I was planning to get specific things. Like I had list printed, half of that was specific fabrics, and then like I didn't know if they would have anywhere in stores specific things like a very swatch. So threads, but I had this in mind, and as you see, it's all beat up kind of page, but I was using that, and by the little check marks you can see it's not a lot specific bought, but I got a lot of stuff bought. So maybe let's start with my freebies that I got in that extra room, and we're just exchanging things left and right. So let's see. One thing, let's move this out of the way perhaps. By the way, this booklet you get, and there's each shop that has their own little information and space for the notes to write. So if you're like if you wanted to look again, come back the next day for a specific pattern, you can. And strangely, I don't know if it's good or bad, but I think that's the biggest change this year was when sale shops or designers that usually come, like half of them maybe were not there, but somebody new came in, so that was kind of great to kind of see different things. And some fabric and the thread dyers were there too, so that was something interesting to check it out. And different styles, there were some European things from Canada, stores and designers. So one of the things that was in the freebie thing here, I've never stitched, it's very interesting. It says not plastic, not paper, real Ada. So one of the girls at the tables had a couple of these and gave me one to try. So as you can see, there's like a backing already done in here, and it's a little bit stiffer, and you can cut in any shape. It's not, I don't know if I haven't studied much of this, but something older one, so that would be good to try out, some maybe Christmas ornament or something like that, and this green thing. So I'm very eager to check that one out. Then let's see some patterns I've got. So somebody had just Nan Grace. Of course, there's no beads and things like that. Let me see that would require in here. Yes, so it has to have a DMC, Krynic, pearl cotton, and Mill Hill beads, and it was not included, just the pattern. I have at least one of those small angels already, so that's gonna be good. Then there's a famous Linda Driscoll pattern, a pull thread embroidery. Probably mentioned to you before that I'm trying to spread out a lot away from just the cross stitch, and I've done some Handringer pull thread, but that's been a while ago, and I'm gonna go to a lot of specialty stitches and projects, so I thought that would be good to get back into something like this. Let me cover up a little bit, perhaps the light would help. So never tried these kind of silk flowers, something to try out. Ikebana. Then I always look for like a dimensions or sunset thing. So there was Urn of Magnolia, somebody started the stitching, and it's quite a bit done, and there was beads mixed in and a thread sorted. So this is I'm a big have a big love of like a dimension, and sunset used to be dimensions. It's 1997, and that's what it looks like. It was stitched original on a given fabric, but the threads are sawed off after by me, so I grabbed this to try. And then there was this itty bitty old one, also a small kit from 1999. Then there was this Palampour Tree of Life. There's no picture of that given, but it's by Tempting Tangles Designs. So I think I looked very quickly what it's supposed to look like. So again, it's a specialty stitching done. Then it was this, which was like a kit, a little bit crinkling, and that I think one of these. So it's opened, the fabric was pre-printed. I think I've never done something like this before, so again, something to try it out. But man, look at the year 1978. It's a stretch of fabric, so it has to be pulled nice tightly and evenly, because otherwise it would look very weird shaped. But it's very flappy fabric, and I don't know, I think it might have been done another one, and there's some threads left in here. Looks like it might be just a partial stitching, so we'll see. I want to try something like this on. I'll have to check it out if this yarn would be enough or not, but something to try. Didn't want that to be thrown out. Then there was Better Homes embroidery little box, so we'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll show you that in my book reviews that I've been doing that. And there was all kinds of magazines, so I have several Treasures in Needlework magazines, I believe, and other things. So this one is from 1993 summer, and let's see, this is, it's called something different. It's a Peg's Band sampler, so as you can see, there's all kinds of specialty stitches, and I'm curious what year it is. I guess when I started, I'll be able to tell you more. I haven't opened fully. And then there is by Michelle Ink, Laughter and Life, also pattern in here with all kinds of specialty stitches. And there was another by Hearts and Lace Birth Record, and that was from 1985. Little kit with little lace thing in here too, and pre-printed fabric. So I think those were freebies that I grabbed from the extras table. I had before brought like a half a suitcase full of magazines and dropped it off there. So I think I might have seen few still in there from previous times. Somebody, the last like usually local St. Louis Stitchers group that we have on the Facebook, usually somebody grabs them and brings them what's left, brings them next time. So that was what I got on freebies. And actually, it turns out I found some more that just fell down from my pile. So one of them was by RTO. If you know, I can read and understand Russian language too. That's where the company. But this one had only pattern, no fabric. So I like some of their designs. Then it was this again. By Mark Davis. I never tried this designer before, specialty stitches and things. Then Cross and Patch, you see like a sort of like a white work and hardanger in here too to do. Then it was Patricia Ann Designs, again with some, looks like some pulled thread perhaps. La Broderie, first effort sampler, and again small little samplers I want to try out, and same here, Le Jardin Giverny. I hope if I remember my French, that this sampler also is kind of small and cute. Then this one, Santa's sampler, originals, designs by Diane K. Toll or Tolley. And here with Santa, like I've been doing every year some little ornaments just with Santas. And then another Just Nan was Legacy in here. So I have a collection of Just Nan small little patterns, I could say. So that was also what I found hiding for me. So that's, I think, definitely it from the freebies. Well, like I said, I had a long list of specific fabrics, and I knew I might not get exact, but some things are gonna be similar. So Fabrics by Stephanie, it was again sell out quickly in her room. So usually Thursday nights, big wave happening, and this is Winter Wishes. I'll have to remember what I was planning to use specific fabric for, but I tried to get about fat quarters of each, unless it was specifically that I needed something bigger. So I went in a different stores to get the fabrics. like this one, Milk and Honey, I went on fabric on a whim. So this is good for like a samplers because it's 36 by 52 40 count Newcastle. So I think I was planning to use it for some kind of sampler in here. Then some from Needle Bling. So there's a heirloom, 36 count, 32 count, 36 count. So it's more like a neutrals when I need to something. And then Winter Moon I was replacing for something else. So it's 28 count quarter, fat quarter. So I was trying to get a lot of neutral colors for anything that I want to stitch, and needed some kind of raw linen, so I thought that would be useful. I'll have to unfold it so the fold lines would not stick to it. And let's see which one. This one is Winter Solstice, very dark. I think I've stitched on something very, very dark like this, hand-dyed fabric, one of my witches, and when I washed, like it was like this color water, and it colored in her skin color. At least it was Night Witch, that's why I had it on this fabric. So I'll have to try to pre-wash this fabric before I stitch anything, and then don't wash it. And then there was gingerbread for something, I think for one of those gingerbread houses by Victoria Samplers, probably. I can't remember exactly. Got a fat quarter, and it looks like all wrinkled up. Then, like always, something wintry will be good. Some cutesy little animal or something to stitch. And then 20. No, this is 32 count Lugana. I'll need probably I got it for one of my drink dragons or something. I'll need to probably get a 28 count for something. Then a typical mushroom Lugana, 28 count. Let's see, this is dirty linen. I think it might be showing for you a little bit lighter, but it has some greenish color, like a khaki color in there. Belfast, 36 count. So as you see, I'm jumping between all kinds of different counts. This is neutral, and there's ice blue Lugana for specific design. And then I got smoky pearl for something very specific. That was 28 count and 32 flax Belfast. So it's slightly different than this, you see, rolling in. So it's more gentle, more whitish. This is more not as smooth, I would say, the fabric, a little bit more rougher. So these were all of my fabric pieces that I was planning to get some, but not as many. But I thought, oh, what the heck, you know, it's better to have extras to choose from. Then I went and got, I thought that was very cute, there's this needle case by Off the Grid Designs, and it looks like it's like a little glass bottle that was covered up with the clay and baked like that. But I like the colors, purplish and pinkish colors, and it just has a little hole for the needles to take it around. Of course, it's breakable, so I would have to be more careful when I do that. I got this threader collection because, like I said, I'll be doing a lot of specialty stitches and stitching on the canvas. So it's all very good to have a different kind of needle threaders. Like there's a Needlework threader, all-purpose and ultra-fine. So for beadwork, it's good. For tapestry, chenille. So I'll definitely need something thicker like this, and you can tell. Hopefully you can see how different they are. This is super, super thin. So I thought to grab this, and then I thought this cute little needle minder. It's just for me. It's a practice stitchcraft. Sometimes I'm called the witch, especially by my family, because in beginning of our marriage, when we wrap the gifts, and if I pass a gift to somebody, I kind of shake up the box, and like 3 out of 4 things I would guess it. So they didn't let me handle gifts anymore because I would guess from that. And then I wanted to try out this interesting Ricky Tim's Razzle Dazzle thread. It's for couching, surgery even you can do. So it's polyester made in Japan. um, and the lady that has a punch needle store, and she was teaching also. I tried to get in her class with my sister-in-law, but I guess she was the last one to register, and after that I couldn't. But I went to her store, and she was using this also for punch needles. So I'm gonna test it out and see how it works. And from my list and plus, I picked some of the threads. Some I just was picking because I knew I don't have that on my total list, general one. And this is totally my colors, sea colors and stuff. And the Halloween, those are my favorite things, sea and Halloween. And there's, I loved some of these Gloriana silks, so I thought I will use it eventually somewhere. So it's nice to have something like this. So those would be the starting points. Also, in one of the stores, when you were buying something, I guess they had a lot of extra magazines. So I was able to, through a couple of times since I went a couple of days, grab a couple of them. So these were older. I don't think I've had them, or I gave it to somebody else. So something I'll be stitching from these magazines. And let's see let's move this aside, all of this goodies, and let's start with some patterns. I did not get a lot of patterns this year because I was concentrating mostly on the fabrics, and I knew something else that I'll show you the best, biggest things, the most amazing things towards the end of the video. And let's see. So at one of the stores I got this that I did not have Mill Hill beads. I have a DMC threads, Madeira, some other thread list, I think even Kreinik, but not Mill Hill. So it's good to compare because I have some Miyuki threads, and I can just compare them with this original one. I can't remember if I paid for that or not, or it was free, but I think it might have cost a few dollars, but I need it, so I was just grabbing it. Then I have a fabric for this Halloween at Hokuran Hollow, and my plan is to stitch each of them separately, and then I'll put sort of in the frame, and then I can move parts around or make like a couple separate things that if I wanted to move. So that's the way I'm planning to do, not the whole thing, but all separately stitched. So I know it's gonna use a little bit more fabric, but this way I can arrange slightly differently. And then amazingly this year, several stores had European books and magazines, which I was very happy because they usually have something totally different. And one of them I got, another place I almost bought a book, but I just ordered like 2 days before that from brick and mortar shop, needlework shop somewhere else, so I didn't grab here. But this is Broderie Creative. So it's gonna be interesting to check it out. I liked all the kinds of designs. It's totally different, and as you can see, like a hardanger in here with some patterns. So it's something very colorful for me to play around, and you see some of the designs in here. So was very excited to see that. Next, let's see which ones to show you first. Okay, so the class that I signed up for, since I've never done Biscornu, and finally after some years she came back, and it's a Texture Treasures, Kara Dodzinski from Canada. So I took her class, and it was fun. So we worked on this kind of Biscornu, and we had extra fabric to practice, so it was a whole kit. So you can see like how to follow her pattern, and she had included whole spools of those threads. I've never stitched with these threads, silky ones, before. So it's a 12 weight filet threads, so they have a slightly different feeling when you stitch it, but we had a fabric to practice, and original fabric was there. So we had lots of fun in the class, and helped each other if somebody didn't understand, and she was showing how to like last points, how to finish up, to put it together, to do those corners. So before she took off to come from Canada, I requested a specific color palette of the kids, and she brought it to me. So I went shopping. Let me get this stuff. And I enticed my sister-in-law to try out something else too. So let me just get all of that. And she also included for me this little needle minder. It's amazing cameo. Love it, love it. I have several cameos, and this is great too. So I got the gift for my sister-in-law too. So got some canvas with the for specific designs, so several canvases. And then I asked for, let's see, ta-da-dum. All right, so I got this from Dawn to Dusk, a whole kit, to bring it to me, and I couldn't decide which color palette I wanted, so I think I might stitch it twice, because the one I got is in blue color, or I think a fiber tall color it's called. I might decide to change something a tiny bit, but there's all the color palettes. You can see all the stuff in here. So that's a whole kit I got, and I have the canvas to go with it. And let's see, I got this. This is on a silk gauze, so it's very tiny, and she also had as a sampler on the wall on the regular fabric, which is much bigger. So I got that with all the needed threads, and you can see the silk gauze kind of shining throughout there, and it has all the Kreinik silk morris in here, and needle, everything that you needed to use that. Of course, I don't have the like a frame to put it on. Then I got, well, I'm trying to remember which one I had it, bought it for her, which for me. I think this is for me. So this is a blue and gold pop out. These are my like wedding flower colors. Our 25th anniversary is coming up literally like within a week, so those were my colors for the wedding, and I had that as a whole kit. Silk amaze and all those over dyed looking threads, and is that Diamante? Yes, Diamond Grande, and that's going to be interesting to try out this thread also. So I got this kit, and I think that's for my sister-in-law, is this pixelated rainbows pattern to stitch on, and she had the Dawn to Dusk as a sampler. So there's some things exactly explaining. So that was what I got from Texture Treasures. So I knew she's coming. Like I said, I requested ahead to make sure that she would have this color palette, because I love blue color, as you can see from a C, and I love Halloween, and because I knew she's gonna give a class, so I went to her class. So we had a very nice chat, and yeah, so hopefully she'll come back again, and I'll I wanted to buy her bowl. She has the big giant bowl with a specialty through like stitches made up, that she's gonna be teaching at EGA seminar next year, and I'm tempted to go to the seminar and get a class that way, or because she ran out of the kits in here and during Galleria, so I couldn't get a bulb. So she could send it all via mail. Of course, it comes from Canada, so it takes a little bit longer. So that's what I got from her, and that's not all. There's also yummy stuff waiting for you at the end of this video. So one of the rooms was Denise Demore of DDM Needleworks, and she had Giulia Manfredini's of Giulia Punti Antici, all kinds of things. So hopefully you I'm gonna be putting pictures of dolls. She had first time I've ever seen the doll collection in there, like with actual porcelain doll heads, and I was so excited. I just wanted to grab all because I had some patterns and I needed doll heads, and I did not want that to be shipped like some of the doll heads were shipped from made in Australia, some in Europe, and some in US. So let's see, I got more patterns. So first let's try this Elizabeth pincushion doll, and I'm planning to start one this upcoming year because I got all the stuff. Simona pincushion doll, it's this one, and it had fabric in there already. This very interesting, and got this for free added. So this velvety fabric was in here, and let's see, I got Romi's Creations was a few doors down, so I got the needed threads that she had for that. And let's see, I was so tempted to get more, but like I said, some of them are very expensive and I just couldn't afford anymore to buy. But you can tell there's a one porcelain head here, and you can probably recognize this one, Elizabeth, that goes with that one, and Simona right here goes with this one. So you can see that it has a holes, so you can put it all together, and it's hand painted. So yeah, I had this pattern before somewhere at home before that I'm planning to stitch. I have everything else already except, like I said, except the tops. So I got those, and like I said, we spent a lot of time in the store there. Then we had she had this box that because I was so interested in like trinket boxes make and specialty stitches, something old, and this was their Tuscan Shades of Marble. There's a sewing box as a sampler they were showing in there, and I'm not going to show you it all, but this is what is included. And you could buy everything, so it's like a literally like a magnet and hand painted boards and things. So you could buy that as a as a whole kit, but I did not get totally everything. Got a lot. So like some threads that were in there, and I went and go ahead and got this magnet with this girl with the bird in here, as you can see, and this thread holder, thread winder, I guess. It's laser cut and hand painted in Italy. And also, let's see, went in a store that had all kinds of beads that you can make, and actually the lady from DDM, Denise, she actually took the box and went with me. I said I don't want to handle that and take it a couple of rooms down. So we tried to match some of the beads, and we found I think that's as close as possible in here. So I just went and got the beads, and I got a couple of more things. So splurge, like I said. These are like there's a couple more, and I got one collection in here versus like two. There's a middle size, and these are little bowls. You would think, why would you get the bowls? But there's like a weight to put the lid down, and like in here for a scissor thing. But these are actually very heavy. Actually, there are the real Italian marble bowls, polished and drilled through. So they definitely have a weight in there, because I thought when they're laying there, it's like, oh, you know, you can get any plastic, but these are real marble ones. So I decided this year to splurge, and my sister-in-law said, you know, you live once, and who would have actual Italian marble bowls on their pattern? Not everybody everywhere. So I just went and go ahead with that, except I did not get the middle-sized pin needles in here. So that was all that was gonna need for this amazing little box here, like you can see in here. Oh man, it's gonna be so fun to stitch. There's, I think, the white beads in here too, and golden ones, but that's all that you can stitch from this pattern. So those were all of my goodies. I think I did not miss anything. Yeah, so lots of fabric and lots of specialty patterns. So I'm set for a very long time, but of course there's gonna be more. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed watching this video, looking at all my goodies. Like I said, I was not planning to spend all of this, but you live only once, and I want to have start stitching, and like I said, it's the first time I've ever seen those doll parts brought in there, and I had to grab a chance instead of shipping them. I mean, look at the detail. Once I pull it out, I'll show it to you once I start working in here. So my porcelain girls, and the texture treasures. So next year you're gonna see a lot of different styles of stitching of mine. So yeah, so I think it's enough of the goodies to show you. I'm very happy. I can't wait till the next year. And if you're gonna be in the Galleria, or if you went in there, write back in the comments below and say hi, I've been there, and tell me what tell us, I guess, what you thought of this year's Galleria. Like I said, there was a lot of people from all parts of US, and designers were even from Canada and parts of Europe. So that's all for now, and I hope you've been subscribing to my channel and clicking thumbs up for all those videos, if you like, especially if you loved it. And I'll be waiting for your comments below to see what you loved the most out of my whole pile in here. So until the next time, this was Jurgita saying bye bye. Ate.